no, but it's like also it's too late for that. Like you want to put restrictions
Yeah.
on a place where you already sold out all the guns in Walmart.
Yeah.
You sold out all the guns in Good Dick Store. Like you Good Dick Store is crazy. I'm so glad I edited these, bro. 'Cause that is crazy.
Whoa! Wait.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Flybuck podcast. This is your main host, your other main host,
Marcos, what's up, y'all?
and today, bro, we got something kind of fucked up. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh, I just clapped for that. Oh shit, bro! I wish I would have got heads up. Okay.
Yeah, it's a hard day in hip hop. It's a hard day. Shit, just for anybody really involved in the culture of music. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because after a certain point, hip hop elevated itself into the mainstream music. So not only is it not a niche thing no more, but also it elevated itself into the top music genre.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there are certain pioneers like that came around and made that possible. It made these lanes possible for future people to become. There's important people, like of course, like we could say like Ice Cube, very early lyricist. I would say right now if you rated it, it'd be but like back then, like for
that
what
was
he was
like
doing,
that
he was
big.
spitting. You feel what I'm saying? Then you go to like the Biggie and Tupac and shit like that. Just the revolutionary jumps in time. You feel what I'm saying? And then like the Jay-Z's. And after that we got like the Kanye's. And then after that we got the group of
Drake
Chance the Rappers and the Drakes and the
Kendrick was pretty good.
And Kendrick and stuff like that too. But if we're talking cadence, like rhyme style, culture, you feel me? If we're talking Versace,
damn, I just remembered that. That was crazy.
Hannah Montana,
Damn.
white t-shirt. If we're talking, bro, for all you dread-headed rappers out there, bro, skirt.
Oh shit,
bro, you got these niggas to thank, bro. Like, bro, all you like
so
little, like, I don't even know how to describe the innovative flow, the consistency, the chemistry.
You're describing it pretty well,
bro. Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know how to describe how they made it so perfect. They aren't the first group, right?
Yeah.
This is a group that doesn't need to be named. I haven't said them yet. We know exactly who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Migos. Mama. Wait on it. Bro, come on now. Like, they're not the first group. You feel what I'm saying? We got Beastie Boys. Who?
Well, Beastie Boys was like, it was like a joke at first. Like they got together for like a TV show or something like that. Then they were like, "Oh, this is really cool. We just all kind of got together and just did it." And so they did.
Okay, well, past up people like Beastie Boys. Passed up people like Run DMC. Is that a joke?
Yeah.
Passed up A Tribe Called Quest. Is that a joke? You feel what I'm saying? These, just Run DMC, A Tribe Called Quest, are hip-hop revolutions on their own.
Yeah.
But do not touch the trio that is called the Migos. You feel what I'm saying?
Respect that, yeah.
And tragically, and it's hard to report. This is one that doesn't feel real almost. Like it's weird to think that one of them is gone.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Shot in Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
Takeoff.
Rest in peace.
Real name, Kersnick Kari Ball. Yeah, hard name.
Yeah,
crazy.
I was gonna say I thought it was Kershink or something like that.
Yeah, Kersnick.
Kersnick. Okay.
Kari Ball.
It's still that shit is crazy. Like, I just like was getting ready for
Dead
work.
at 28.
Oh yeah. Fuck, bro, that's crazy. 28. I was getting ready for work and I was like, what the fuck? You know, I'm just scrolling through and I was like, come on now, stop trolling.
It always feel like I was up at night. Like I was just up the whole night. So I watched it come in. So when they first just started saying it and shit, because he had got shot, or like reports of shots being fired were after 2:30, like a little after 2:30 a.m. and shit. I just remember I was already online. I just started seeing it like slowly kind of going through Twitter and shit. Damn. And like weird like little videos and shit would go through. And like nothing too explicit and
but
showing.
Just chaos, like
but just like something is going on. And at first it's Quavo got shot. Takeoff got shot. Rushed to the hospital. Like you just waiting for the news to set.
Yeah.
Like something to hit. Like for someone to be like, this is.
Or you're hoping it doesn't set. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's even.
Like you don't think it's really like you think it's bullshit. Like when I saw that one of them got
like
shot,
publicity,
or they said that he died. I'm like, oh, this is like a line. I'm waiting for this nigga to get on camera, come out here, and talk to us again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like not again. This is a man of few words, which is what it is. Oh, I gotta blow my nose.
Like these people are like at the top. You know, like when you're listening off, who could be like your favorite rap group? You know, you think Amigos, you know, and so it's like crazy to think that like
the greatest
you have like this level of success that's like it almost seems like they're out of reach, but it's like they're still very human, if that makes sense. And I mean, I don't really know what's been confirmed or not. Like there's still like a lot of speculation going on and people saying they were there, what really happened.
Yeah.
They saying it was never about Dice. They said it was about Dice.
Yeah. I did want to avoid like the speculation loopholes and shit.
Yeah,
and the conspiracy theories and shit.
And like just the random numbers, you know, like
because most of it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like why it happened, like isn't ever gonna justify what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean,
and it's not gonna bring any real closure. It's like, what were they arguing about? Basketball or boxing? Like, was it ever worth it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's never worth that part, you know. But I think it is important to talk about like what led up to it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, look, like even if you're the quietest in the room, like Takeoff was, which you know he's always been quiet,
which has been reported.
Yeah. Like. There's just certain things you shouldn't be mixed with, you know, like the people who you are around. If they're not bringing you closure or like peace, and you know you are putting your life at risk. So it's like the company you keep is really fucking important, you know. And like if you got a friend that likes to beef about small shit, like it's not worth keeping around, you know. Saying like, hey, like I don't know, like if I really felt like you were gonna endanger me at some point, I'd be like, hey, bro, like love and respect. I'm just not going to be rocking with you like that. I hope you and your family good, you know. Yeah. Then I take your shoes. It's compensation. God damn. I don't even wear this.
Around like, you see me? Heels falling out the back of him and shit.
I like them like that.
Breezy.
But yeah, in all seriousness, it's like it was not worth it. Like whatever it could have been, Dice arguing, like people are so quick to grab like a gun and just pop, just be about it.
You can see in the video. I did watch I watched a couple of videos and shit, but you can see in the argument it's escalating. Quavo goes, "I'm not finna do something. I'm not finna argue or something like that. Let me get up out of here before I hurt somebody." And immediately you hear a pop, not a bang. You hear punches being thrown, like somebody got hit. I don't know who got hit, but it sounded like somebody got socked like immediately. And you hear pop, pop, and everyone's punching. And then 3 seconds in, pop, 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 like someone just started scared shooting.
Like like bang, bang, yeah.
Like just shooting at people in the crowd and shit. I think 3 people got hit, and that's including Offset. Including Takeoff. Let's say the other 2 survived and were taken off into unmarked vehicles or something like that. They didn't stay for the shit, but yeah, I believe he received. I think like I don't want to say what I think. Yeah, but yeah, he did get shot in the head and was dead, like on.
Yeah, pronounced to that scene. Man, that's...
Did you know that Takeoff was the youngest Migos?
No, I didn't. Yeah.
Like Quavo was his uncle.
Yeah, I knew that part.
I didn't know that for a while. Like, especially looking at him, because Quavo always had like the younger. I guess it probably comes with like the pretty boy aesthetic type shit. Like, you got to keep like a younger look to you and shit like that.
I didn't know he was 28 though. I didn't know Takeoff was 28.
Yeah, no.
I thought they were older than that because they was like grown when I was like a kid and stuff. You know?
Yeah, they really was.
Yeah,
it seemed like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was probably like 2013, dude. So it could have been like they're around our age or maybe a little younger.
Yeah, which is crazy, you know, because they haven't been. I mean, obviously they've been successful for a long time, but in the grand scheme of things, it's like they would like. Obviously, they're a big deal now, but from where they came from to this point, it's like you thought like the sky was the limit from, you know.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it is.
I felt like their shit was solidified off because the wave that they started. Like, it's just like that's a whole different rap culture vibe that they brought. That whole rhyming cadence and flows and shit like that, and how they rap specifically, has been crazy. Like, and written out mad since 2013. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
and they never got featured on Double XL.
Really?
Yeah, ever. Like when Famous Dex kept.
You think they turned it down?
Out. No, I just think they didn't reach out. You know, like
do you think Double XL didn't?
Yeah, like.
Or do you think they're already too big?
It's meant for like up and coming artists, but really it's just whoever they think is gonna bring them the most publicity. You know,
nowadays, especially and shit.
And so Migos never like got on and stuff. So I remember like when Famous Dex, I don't know if you remember that rapper.
Dexter. Hey y'all, a white.
I'm gonna do my walk. Damn, that was crazy too. That was a good one. He got snubbed out a couple years in a row, and Migos Twitter was like, "Hey, don't worry, like we never got on Double XL, and here we are, you know, like keep your head up type shit." So,
well, that nigga still.
I mean, if the Migos reach out to you, bro,
he ain't become no Migos.
Yeah.
Also, side note, just for 2 quick seconds.
Yeah.
The weird stigma we have looking at like rappers, like they fell off and went broke or whatever. If you go off into any career and make hundreds of thousands of dollars into it, you did great in that shit. Like, I don't see, because if you did that anywhere else, if I started selling cups, right, for only 2 years, and I made like $1 million or some shit, you guys would be like, wow, this guy is fucking good.
Yeah.
At fucking selling cups. Like, you're a goat selling cups and shit like that. But if you're a rapper and you made millions and then you fell off, like your music is trash now, nobody wants to go to your shows anymore and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, they'll just be like, you're a failed broke rapper and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's an odd thing that only rappers get that. Like, once their fame goes away, apparently their money, like, doesn't work.
It's definitely an image thing. Like, you have to be, like, with the times, you know. But, yeah, he obviously made some of it, like, he made money off of it. But I kind of think about, like, T-Pain, like, top of the game, didn't know what to do with his money. And he ended up working at Starbucks, you know. And, I mean, he bounced back with the video games, with the,
How long did he work at Starbucks?
He said only probably like a few months. But the fact that you have millions and
then working at Starbucks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He buy you a drink.
Yeah. That's like knocking out Mike Tyson and then losing every street fight. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you had it in you. Like, you could have. Yeah.
Had that dog, man.
Yeah, you had that dog. Yeah.
Let that shit in there.
I was watching a video of Mike Tyson. Like, he was out with one friend that brought her sister, and they was at a club, and the sister of Mike Tyson's friend, right? I don't know. I'll just say Sally. Like, Sally had a sister, Maria. Maria was talking with some guy. Guy asked Maria to dance. She was like, no. He was like, oh, okay. Pulled out a gun on her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Sally goes upstairs to Mike Tyson's like, you gotta do something. Look down there. And Mike Tyson looks over, sees the gun, sees the situation. He's like, I'll be right back. And then the guy's holding the gun to Maria. Mike Tyson's like, come on.
Come on, bro.
Come on. And
come on,
that was a night, you know what I mean? Like, holy, yeah. But yeah, Mike Tyson though, you gotta know, bro. Like, you gotta know. That's crazy.
Well, like, what if this bitch jam? Then I'm finished.
Yeah, that is the crazy.
Yeah.
Any ass whooping is crazy, but Mike Tyson, legendary, bro. You're gonna feel that. Your kid's gonna.
You
be
getting
like,
jumped by everybody else, but also some of them punches from coming from Mike Tyson.
Yeah, holy fuck.
He might eat your ear on the like way down. Man. Like you never know what that is.
I just want a little taste. Just a little nibble.
I have a pretty good impression.
Yeah, thanks.
Shit.
But yeah, sorry, we kind of rest in peace to Takeoff and like, I mean,
prayers his family and the rest.
and put the guns down, bro. Like people are scary, bro. Like
you put the gun down. Huh?
I'm like obviously like within context, but I'm saying like people are afraid to get their ass whooped. Like it's scary.
Yeah.
Like for me, bro. Like I'm more concerned about how scared the next guy is. You know what I mean? Like that's fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't have no ops I'm aware of unless you unsubscribe from me. Then we're ops. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you bitch ass op.
And if you don't follow us on our pages,
yeah.
You know?
I mean, well, actually, this is a good segue. This is a perfect segue.
Thank you. I'm
into the guns.
I'm really good at this stuff.
Yeah, because we have some personal beefs.
Yeah, we
with
do.
some personal candidates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Fellow Republican.
Give us our guns. No. Measure 114.
Here in Oregon. In case you didn't know,
it's
Oregon.
about 50-50 right now on the bet. On the ballot.
You know what? 50-50. Sorry, I'm trying to. I probably shouldn't say that because it's gonna sound. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that because they would have taken my gun away for sure. We'll take 50 up there right now.
50 what?
Exactly. That's why I couldn't say. You know, I'm not really being serious about it, but you know, whatever. But I hate this measure 114. It's stupid.
It's stupid. Do you want to know what measure 114 is?
Tell them sense.
Measure 114.
Sense. Bro, if I were you, if somebody called me that, I'd be pissed, bro.
Yeah.
I hate people calling me Marco. Like Marco Polo, I hate that shit,
that?
bro. Yes, bro. Every time I start a new job, which I've had like 17 of them at this point, there's always one guy. Marcos, as in Marco Polo. Fuck you, Jake. Fuck you, Jake.
You think that's, bro, you don't think I'll be getting that same shit?
No, I feel like people just tell you like, oh, sense?
Sincere. Like,
Yeah.
they're like,
What do they say to
oh, are you really sincere?
Oh, fuck.
Like, and they be so serious. Like, they really think that's just good. Like, that same question every time. Oh, are you
fuck.
really sincere? I'm like, oh, I try to be.
I mean, everybody has their bad days. My bad.
Fucking throat punch him, man. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Am I really sincere?
Fuck. That is pretty crazy. Has anybody called you sense?
No, sin.
Sin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say I had Andino did. Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she said sin. I was like,
That's weirder because I know she's not black, and I feel like
it's a black thing.
yeah,
Saying sin.
yeah. Like
I got that from Black Girls
Tay
too, actually. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
or Ray. You know, I could also just be.
That's how I felt when I found out that Akazi was supposed to be named. What the fuck was her name supposed to be? It was something hella black. It was probably like Pinky or some shit.
Oh,
like,
wow.
No,
Really?
not really.
Oh,
it was
okay.
just something real niggery.
Yeah.
Bro. It was just, just something.
That
bro.
is not a word used to describe it. Not when I say we're Republican, bro. That's not a good look.
Oh, bro, I thought we were getting in character. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm a method actor, bro. What can I say?
Actually, keep talking.
You talk my language. You know what I'm saying? No,
you know what?
Measure 114.
Oh, yeah, 114.
Oregon. We talking about Oregon, baby,
Oregon.
right now. So if you're in Oregon, this is kind of important. We don't know what side you on, but you on our side.
Is anything important in Oregon?
Anything important?
In Oregon? Like,
Yeah.
if you was in Miami, you were like, hey, you hear what's going on in Oregon? I'd be like, I don't give a
Nike.
fuck. I don't give a fuck.
People don't,
Yeah.
because Nike's everywhere.
Yeah.
But the headquarters is here. We got a bunch of mountains and shit. It's beautiful up here, bro.
Yeah, it is pretty
And
nice.
we got,
I like the rain. Like, honestly, like if people didn't drive like complete shit, but I mean, you're gonna get that everywhere.
I don't like the rain.
You don't?
No, I don't like rain.
I wouldn't want to live in the rain.
I don't like smelling like rain. I don't like feeling rain. I don't like
yeah?
being out wet and then going back inside and shit.
Yeah. I like the sound of it. I find it to be very like peaceful, like tranquility.
Yeah. If I had nothing to do and I just had to go out there and kind of be in the rain a little bit, it's a little different.
That makes sense.
But like me having to go somewhere and shit,
I would, I would hate being in the rain without my gun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Measure 114. How the fuck did we get to?
We're really good at this and bad.
Changes firearm ownership and purchase requirements initiative. That's what Measure 114 is trying to do.
What does that mean in English?
How does it change it specifically? They want a permit issued by local law enforcement to buy a firearm. So you have to get a permit from your local law enforcement. Mm-hmm. So like your sheriffs and shit. So sheriffs will be now responsible for giving out and signing these things and like saying who's, I don't know, like eligible, I guess.
Yeah.
Homework for sheriffs. You also have to complete training.
Yeah.
And it is illegal to have a magazine over 10 rounds. This ballot is put in to prevent gun violence. What are your thoughts on that, Carson?
Well, I was hoping you'd bring up the commercial that's going around for it.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'm going to. But I was like,
go ahead.
Yeah, I was like into the people and shit. That was my biggest issue with Measure 114, and it's a big issue that I have with a lot of the political shit, and it's using our people to pass things through.
Yeah.
So, like, using our likeliness or, like, influence, our tragedies, whatever, to pursue or, like, gain things.
Yeah.
And I recently saw a commercial put out. I don't know who. I should have found out who's responsible for that specific one. I couldn't keep running into the commercial.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find out where you're.
Yeah, what organization is behind it or whatever. But it was a light-skinned girl, and this is no shade or shame to that lady. She has a real story with like that should be properly addressed. But instead is being used and manipulated into passing shit in order to look good, like for like a government election, which is crazy. This young lady got on screen and told a story about her older brother being shot when he was 22 and him dying and her arms waiting for help. Now, I don't know where in what I said. I don't know where in any of the policy, the law, like anywhere in that ballot, it's going to prevent or even help the situation like that, or even addressing anything around that, like what happened to her. And you have all these kids and shit. You had it was a walkout at Grant, I think. And you had all these little white kids come out talking about they're scared of getting shot coming to school, that they just want to be able to go outside safe, and that like the environment that they're in is crazy. All in the name of this 114 thing, in the name of Tina Kotek, just to win. But you guys aren't actually trying to like resolve these issues, you know? Like you just like I don't even. Yeah, the shit's.
Yeah, I don't know how I was typing commercial in Google and it suggested how to spell it, and I clicked on the suggestion, and then it went to Google and it said, "Hey, did you mean to spell it this way?" I was like, "You spelled it for me." I'm not spelled commercial.
Commercial, COMME.
Hey, bro, it's not a contest, bro. It's not a contest. I don't know. They got a few supporters and shit into it.
It's a lot of supporters.
Yeah,
but is it an effective bill?
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know who's funding it, but just the idea.
Friends of Tina Kotek.
We really don't know who that is. You know what I mean?
I really gotta figure out who the fuck these friends of Tina Kotek is, bro.
It's crazy. She's friends with Obama, Biden.
I'm gonna title our video.
If you like Tina, and here's the thing, right? It's like we're not against. Oh, I thought okay. Here's the part, right? This may be controversial. We're not against, or I say we, me and Sir equally. I'm not against either party, right? You're either you're either for human rights or you're not. You know, I don't care what color Congress you want to be, not in like ethnicity or minority wise, like red or blue. You know, I don't really care about that. Like we should work together to move human civilization forward, make everybody's lives easier, make this a better place to live. That's really the gist of it, right? It's supposed to be like that. And
it'll be so simple. Huh?
Yeah, it could be very simple. Now, do I think that there should be more? I feel like that's what politics say. Do I think there should be better gun laws? Yeah, I do think so. Do I think this is the right way to go about it? No, I don't think so at all. Because people who go through the trouble of requiring a gun legally, you know, and then getting it
registered, the sheriff's office,
getting it
registered, to the training,
and everything, like
buying
those people
guns with less than 10 rounds
already statistically do less crime, or if at all, than anybody else, right? So you're only hurting the people who are already following the law. Yeah.
Okay.
It's Tina Kotek.
Shut us down, bro.
These are our friends. No,
taking our
Tina
Kotek
we just say her
Monday.
name because we've been seeing that a lot. It's kind of fun to say. Just Tina. That the
she
other
wants
one
the
is
advertisement, obviously.
Yeah.
Shit.
Christine Drazen, and there's a bipartisan party or something.
No, this is she's for sure for this. Tina Kotek is for sure for the measure 114.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, and it's like, okay, I know California has a 10 magazine law as well. I am confused as to who this is for, because if I have my gun, right, in my house, somebody breaks in, right, and I have training, but I'm not trained, if that makes sense. Like I wouldn't be able to. Obviously, I know, like, if I'm shooting at somebody, I got to think of shooting past them, right? Which, by the way, cops don't even do. You know, they just start firing. Are they included in this ballot? I don't fucking know, okay? Because those guys got backup magazines and are causing, you know,
who is this killings. For?
Yeah.
It's for them.
Them being?
Tina Kotek.
Yeah.
The other bitch. Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
Like, whatever her name is, bro.
Shakira doesn't pay her taxes. Shakira. Nah, but I'm
what's
saying...
What's the other name? Christine Drazen?
Christine Drazen, I think is her name.
Yeah.
And there's another one like Betsy.
But I'm saying it's for them. It's an easy... Because what's easier? Trying to rehabilitate and restructure, like, the young... minds, like the young minds of America, or making these sheriffs do like paperwork. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, which one seems simpler? Like, these aren't real solutions. This is just like, this is so I can say, because this is what they're saying. We're saying that we're fixing gun violence.
Yeah.
Now I have that tag with me.
Yeah.
So now when I'm running, I say, I put in the 114 to prevent gun violence. I did da-da-da. But you know damn, like, what the fuck is 114 actually prevented?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This isn't a real strategy. Yeah. This is just another, like, and you
bullets,
guys keep saying.
Yeah. Like, what do you really expect? Like, somebody just shoots 10 rounds into somebody. Like, what's actually, because one round could be fatal. Or if you're 50 Cent, none of them could be fatal. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a bit misleading because if you're saying it's for gun on gun violence, okay, let's figure out why it happens, where it's happening, where there actually needs to be a real change. You know, obviously we should be pretty fucking good on guns.
Where it's happening, why is it happening?
Yeah, we should obviously have gun laws. Like don't just be handing out guns crazy like.
Oh no, but it's like also it's too late for that. Like you want to put restrictions on a place where you already sold out all the guns in Walmart.
Yeah,
you sold out all the guns in Good Dick Store. Like Good Dick Store is crazy. I'm so glad I edited these, bro, 'cause that is
crazy. Whoa! Wait. Say it again. They sell the guns out in Walmart. Where else do they sell? Where else do they sell out guns, Sincere? Before he edits this shit out live on podcast, bro. Oh my god.
You gotta edit that out.
Yeah. He said they sell out guns at Good Dick Stores. Oh my god.
I'm so sorry. I was just getting too passionate. I'm sorry.
About what? Bro, just vote for it at this point.
I'm voting for they defeated me, bro.
Yeah, Tina Kotek.
Take my gun, bro. I don't need this shit, son. I had a really good point coming, too.
Bro, shut up.
All right, so back to business. Serious business.
Oh,
okay.
That's
So
good.
Pine, bro. Just get serious, bro. For real. Get fucking serious, bro. This is
Oh my god,
any
bro.
day now.
Fuck. All right.
I don't know what's gonna come out of my mouth, bro. I don't.
Bro, these are all pauses, bro. These are all pause, bro. Holy shit.
All right.
Oh shit.
So, trying to put restrictions.
Hang it up, bro. Cancel the podcast.
Bro, I had to get this point out, bro.
Okay.
All right. Trying to put restrictions onto a place where you had already let all these guns loose at.
Yeah.
Like, mad loose. Like, I'm pretty sure you could sell a gun to somebody. You don't got to write it down. Like, probably do. I don't know, bro. But, like, you sell them to 18-year-olds out of sports shops.
Yeah.
You're selling them to anyone 21 plus. Out of all these gun stores for like a little bit of paperwork and shit.
It's like one check too. You can get a lethal weapon like with less than your check, you know?
So all these years of all these guns in the street, and you think making it hard for people to buy them now. We already got them. You know what I'm saying? So how are you going to stop us from shooting each other with them?
Yeah.
It's the gun violence question. Like, we all got the guns. Like, there's not, like, no more trying to keep the guns out of the hands. The guns are out here. People got mad guns. There's more guns in America than there are people.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So we got the guns already. The guns is out here.
Yeah.
Walmart got us, bro. Not yet. The other analogy's out the window, bro. Not even this shit. I don't need a second one no more. Walmart's good enough. But Walmart, bro, they gave us some already. You know what I'm saying? Like, so trying to put restrictions on the purchasing of guns seems redundant.
Yeah, making people who already have the guns, you know, like here's the thing, right? People who are shooting each other, why is it happening? You know? And what are they shooting each other with? Is it a legal firearm? Or is it something that is illegal to have in the first place? And if it is illegal for them to have in the first place, what the fuck makes you think they're not going to just ignore the fucking measure? You know what I mean? Like, why would they listen to, you know?
Bro, if it wasn't for me just recently trying to kind of get into my states like shit and whatnot, and Tina Kotek sending me mad mail and shit, I would have never known about fucking Measure 11. So if I was a fucking Measure, Measure 114.
Yeah.
So if I was just some fucking criminal focusing on selling drugs and punching women, then like, bro, like.
I mean, that's a criminal. It's just weird that those are your two.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a good criminal.
Those are your terrible.
Not a good criminal.
Yeah.
He's a bad guy.
They're good at crime. with their terrible.
He's a good criminal, but bad person.
Yeah, there you go.
Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
But like, bro, people who break laws ain't gonna start following this little weak ass ballot. It's not helping nobody.
Yeah.
But you want the tag of, well, we put in this to prevent gun violence.
It's tokenism for sure. You know, you're giving us something that's like.
And then now you can put this little girl back on stage, and she's like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, that part.
Thank you, Tina Kotek.
That part was crazy.
Now my community is so much safer and shit like that. But you didn't do anything to actually help the people of the community. Weak ass bill. Weak ass bill.
Not even a bench.
Heroin House though.
Heroin House is interesting because it's like you're saying, okay, you partially explain what it is.
So if you ever been to Portland, then you know what a meth head is. But if you don't know what one looks like, it looks like a zombie. You know what I'm saying? Very uncontrolled, very out of it, either knocked out, running through the streets rampant, like they look undead type shit. A lot of the people are going through like mental breakdowns and shit is what it looks like. They could be tripping hella hard. They could just have consistent mental health issues and shit like that. So they're just flipping out through the streets.
Yeah.
So this place is supposed to be a heroin specific place,
like a sanctuary or sanctum, something like that.
Yeah, for them to take them instead of like the emergency rooms and shit like that.
Yeah,
Christine Dragunov, she called it a crack house. Now, see, we're flipping again because now I'm like, I agree with the crack house. That sounds like it makes sense. Like, I'm in downtown a lot. I'm in downtown Portland a lot. Mm-hmm. And I see a lot of these people, and I'm wondering, how are you just running through the street like this? Like, as an actual person, how did nobody, like, in your life or around you get you, like, now you're, like, naked, dirty, running through the street out of your mind? Like, can't talk to people, like, you look like you can't see and shit. Like, insane. I don't know how we just move around that.
Yeah.
Like, we just drive past and walk around and, like, those people aren't just, like, shit, taken somewhere into, like, a facility or something, like being, like, taken care of and shit.
That's interesting. Yeah.
And if it is mental health things and they cannot take care of themselves, is there not a place for that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody is born, like, just slow or, like severely, like, retarded, I don't know, then, like, where do those people go? And is there a place for them?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say, like, born slow or retarded. Like, I get the point you're saying. It's like there should be something in place for people who experience this in their life. Like, yeah, like in Portland it's crazy because you almost become numb to it. Like the first time you've seen it one time, you'll see it 1,000 times, you know? And it's unfortunately those things that it's such, like you really just get used to it. Like you will walk around them, you'll see the tents, and you'll still go pay $20 to get inside of a club. You know what I mean? And these people have been outside for 12, 16, their whole life, really, just not their whole life, but that part of their life trying to get $20 to eat or something. And that's crazy.
I'm not even talking about like most homeless people, like with the tents and all that. I'm not even really talking about them. I'm talking about the people that are actually like fucked up out there. Like I saw a dude out there with no legs.
Yeah.
How the fuck? Why is no one can take care of that? Like there's no home or some shit that they can go sit in or something.
I mean,
like a mental facility, like something. Like there's no way. Like, he obviously can't do shit now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And is this a good enough reason for someone to just take care of him? Yeah.
But I mean, also, for that? Yeah, you also have to be, like, willing and able enough to go to these places. You know what I mean? And that within itself is a challenge. And then when you get to those places, they have you, it's kind of, because you have to be cold turkey. Like, you literally cannot drink alcohol. You can't smoke weed. Like, these drugs that you've been exposed to for so long.
That's hard with some. Because sometimes you could die.
Yeah, exactly.
So you go cold turkey on some drugs or alcohol, you could die.
Yeah. But like just the way like the policies are set up is like we cannot accept you, we can't keep you if you have something like this.
Oh,
you know?
yeah?
Yeah, and it's crazy because it's like people need assistance, and I'm not sure who proposed the well, I don't want to call it crackhead house,
Crack house.
Crack house, what you call them,
Yeah,
like
call it crack
heroin. What was this thing?
Heroin facilities.
Heroin facilities.
Sure.
There's an opioid crisis in Oregon, in Portland, is where I see it at, obviously.
Yeah. It's probably not in the woods and shit.
Yeah,
like
and it's like
dense areas and shit. It's
like you're like literally not talking about the elephant in the room. Like you're talking about after the fact. After these people have gotten their opioids and have injected themselves and are going, ludicrous, then we're just gonna put them over here, So that way I could not see them when I go to the club, and that's fucked up, because like you're not really solving you're just pushing it aside another day, And what I learned is like it's almost like an excuse, An excuse will make today easier, but it'll make tomorrow a lot harder. So it's like you're just prolonging the inevitable. Like we have to deal with the opioid crisis. That's a tough word. Opioid crisis. We have to deal with housing. Obviously, there's an income problem here as well. Things are, inflation is kicking our ass, and you're still getting paid the same, $20, and it's like.
Have you seen anyone start getting hooked, like on a doctor's prescribed pill?
Painkillers, yeah. I saw a little bit of it. I don't know how long they were. It was like
how did
a
that
friend
work?
of a friend, like my mom's friend, had got into like some accident that was like, okay, my back hurts a little bit, and then there was like a doctor who prescribed some painkillers, for the moment. She was chilling on that shit all day, and so
Is it she?
Yeah, she was chilling because her back was fucked up, and the point it didn't get fucked up anymore. But the drugs were still accessible. All she had to do was just go to the doctor and say, "It's bugging me a little bit right here. Here are the pills." And so then she was, giving them out to people that she knew. She took them herself and stuff like that. And it was like, fuck, man, like that's how it starts, Because if I didn't fuck up my back and I got to try out those fucking what's painkillers like?
Opium.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah. And I got to experience, opium for the first time, but it's not as consistent as I want it to be. I'm gonna go find it somewhere else. I can't go to a doctor about it. I can't go to a friend. Yeah, I gotta go to the fucking streets for it, So there's just a lot of things, and it's tough because it's like, okay, cool. If you have people committing crimes or selling these drugs,
I was gonna say, if you knew somebody, because like watching someone and then you could just see how it kind of takes over for their head, and then the excuses for the pains and the shit like that. Like, I had a friend I made recently who they were giving birth, and then after that they said that they got painkillers or something for it because they got a C-section and stuff.
Yeah.
And then after that she was getting them for her back because back problems, like whatever.
Yeah.
And then she got cut back to like a 5 or something like that from like a 10.
Oh, shit.
Like I think she had like a 10 prescription, and then she got cut back to like a 5. And like now I could like now she like just her mentioning it and shit, just like, because I don't think she knows like what the actual drug is. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she knows that it is like heroin. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like just the actual drug components or whatever together, it's heroin, right? And then the addictive properties of it and shit. I don't think that's properly discussed between most people and the doctors, because when I explained it to them, it seemed like a first time thing. Like they're like, "Oh, what?" And then now they're telling me like, "Oh no, my shit's hella bad. Like I need these. Like I need like shit." And then also then describing I like the high of like not feeling like nothing.
Yeah.
like just zoning out and shit like that. So if you're, it's deceptible people. Like most people who live normal lives have a pretty stressed out like view for themselves. Like pain is relative.
Yeah.
So like the shit that's stressing you out could just be worldly devastating, you know?
Yeah.
And depending on the time or the day or whatever. So it's people that are like vulnerable to wanting to feel like a relief, but also not having like the income to find proper releases, like maybe getting off of work more than they would like to, or maybe taking a vacation, or maybe getting therapy, or maybe doing extracurricular things like working out or taking like or
Like
like
having a
taking
hobby or
special
something. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like supplements and shit like that. Some people don't really
Oh yeah.
have those luxuries. So when you get this
Shit.
magic pain-free pill that that makes you feel amazing and calls you back for it and shit, and like it's fixing all your shit right now, and like it's kind of hard to say no to, you know. So I understand why it's so prominent.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. But I think it's just like even you having that conversation with them about it,
yeah,
like they at least got the chance to understand it. As
yeah,
compared to me being like, take these, you'll feel better. Like that's pretty fucked up.
yeah. It's very good to be aware because then you know, like,
Yeah.
like
But so there's an education problem as well.
yeah,
Like half of the population is dumber than half of the population,
yeah,
which is stupid.
yeah.
So it's like you don't really think about how, yeah, like how things could affect you.
Yeah,
People are
like
just living day in, day out.
like I was having an issue with when I was looking into like my like addictive shit, like my addictive tendencies. I don't know the exact like vocabulary for like I don't know if it's called like an addictive personality or if it's like just addictive traits or like whatever you want to actually call it. When I was kind of looking into that shit for me, it was something else in the back of me also being like, nah, now you're like finding excuses and shit for like why you like do da da da. It's like you're just saying this like because you just want to keep doing this bullshit. You're addicted. You're da da da. You know. But then also, I feel like there's a part where knowledge is power. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And like after I was able to kind of just get past like that part of like thinking that these are excuses and then looking at them like they're actual tools to like help me and shit like that, I was able to actually like because you don't know what you don't know, you know. You know what I mean?
It's very true, yeah.
So now that like I opened myself up to these, I ended up learning different weird tools and steps in order to fight off like addictive feelings and stuff, or even how to describe like the compulsions and stuff that like my body feels, or like how my mind talks to itself, and shit like that. So now like that I understand it more, it's easier to kind of like it's easier to face, you know?
Yeah. That's interesting because you get kind of...
It's easier to fight your demons like when you know who they are.
Yeah.
You know?
But
or what
like,
they are.
And knowledge is... You get knowledge from experience, Does that mean to go try meth once?
Yes.
No. Yeah, fucking do it. Like, and that's a good point because obviously, like, researching and understanding like what you're getting yourself into is incredibly important. Always check your sources and your facts because people who are feeding this notion, like Tina Kotek with, oh, we'll just have a place for them, and Christine saying these are crack houses, Why are they saying these things? Who are they saying it for? What's their ulterior motive? Whatever you think sounds good on paper, okay, where's the ink coming from? Who distributed the pen? People have a reason for doing things that they do. I would say to some degree, if there's like a lack of knowledge, people could be taken advantage of, like, what you mentioned, like doctor not telling the patient what this actually is going to do to you. Yeah. I would say that is an advantage that you as a person who's educated should not be, doing. Like, you're smart, you know what it does. They don't. You know, like use your knowledge to assist them.
Yeah.
Don't just be like, okay, I'm smarter than you. You trust me. Here you go.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of I don't know if I phrased that correctly, but I think that in terms of putting them people who are going through like an opium crisis and just shoving them into a facility or a sanctuary, I would have to see more. Like, are there really good doctors there? Is there like an actual system? Okay, you crashed. Let's get you out of it. And let's now get you enrolled into rehab.
Yeah, because as we can see, a lot of these proposals that they have, because if I only read, like, because I only have the proposal for the crack house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I had only got her proposal for her stance on how to change gun violence, I would have been like, yeah, we're changing gun violence. Sure. Take down gun violence? Yeah, of course.
Good, yeah.
If I thought you had a real plan to reduce gun violence, yeah. Until I found out your actual plan.
Yeah.
And it's weak as fuck, but you just wanted the title of, like, it's gun. Like a good rule is, like, to see, like, if you're genuine or not. Like, would you actually still want these things to go through if we didn't put you up in that chair? Are these still things that, like, if we're like, okay, all this shit that you want could happen, but, like, we're not going to make you governor. Like, you just got to go back home, dude. But all this shit's going to happen still. Would they still be like, oh, yeah, for sure? Or is there, like, a loophole now? It's like, no, let me do it, though.
Yeah, I got to be.
Like, you know?
I mean, with all due respect, like, I don't really know too much about Tina Kotek.
I'm talking about all of it. Like, if I don't feel like you're genuine enough, like, to act like you actually want to help the people, not just, like, win this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you actually are coming from a place of loving a community and wanting better for them, because that's what you are. You're like a public leader. So I'm assuming that you care for the people in the community.
So if Bernie Sanders was saying he's for Measure 114, like, let's say if he actually proposed it,
I would ask him why. There's nobody that said I'm for that. I would not ask why.
But you trust Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, just because of how he's talked before. Yeah. But if he just now said, like, that's like, you know, that's like saying with anything, though. Yeah. Like, would you trust MLK if he was for 114? Like,
no.
My God,
nah.
guns.
Me and Christine, we don't like that. Nah, I'm playing. But, yeah. Oh, I would say, like, she could have a history of actually making changes, and I'm just being ignorant. Both of the parties, all the parties involved. Yeah. Just as a typical American, how it's being conveyed to me, this is my response to it.
Fuck Measure 114. Fuck.
Obviously, like, you do have to be an adult at the end of the day and do your own research. I think it's more important to understand how you're conveying yourself to be researched. Like, there's a lot of people that will use, like, you know, and it's still a tragic story, don't get me wrong. About the black girl whose brother died. Like, yes, that is very real, you know. But why did you specifically say that? You know, why this family? Like, if you're trying to touch heartstrings, there's a million statistics you could pull out of.
Because don't focus on the ballots, like, specifics and shit. Yeah. Focus, like, you gonna disagree with her? Her brother died.
Yeah, it's
like you can't disagree with her. You gotta go for this. If you don't go for this, then you want more of her brothers to die. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the weird, like you're trying to manipulate our trauma into, like, passing.
And
these
that's
bills.
What Portland, like, low key, like, when there was, like, the Black Lives Matter protests, right? 110 days that it went on, or some crazy number like that, right? Yeah. They made Juneteenth a holiday, you know, and cool. You know, like, nobody was lining up at post offices mailing in ballots for different policies, or, you know.
I know it's really weird for you to say it was just all right, but as a black dude, that shit was just cool. That shit did not matter like that.
Yeah. But, like, you know, everybody was, like, for it, you know, like, they were there for the chaos, but when it came time to rebuild, they were like, well, we were never really educated to do that, so y'all got it figured out, you know. And that's, it's fucked up, And as a friend, of a black person, I want to see you succeed, and I want to see real change. Like I said, I don't care if you're blue or red.
I do. That's fucking disgusting.
Like
fucking alien.
Focus to aim people like us forward. We want to be better than you.
Yeah,
Christine
we're running for
Tracy,
governor, 2024.
Tina Kotek. That'd be crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So who would be? I mean, honestly, bro, if you want to be like governor, I'm just the backup guy. I'm cool with that.
I could sit there in a suit.
Yeah. I could just do this. All right.
So this. All right.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's.
All right. So now I'm gonna propose my bill.
Yeah. Stop. Like I know your spot is over there, bro. Like there's half of a table. And you're going over it. I should not be able to see your toes on this side.
I can turn this way, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the first ballot I'm going.
No toes.
Get your fucking socks. Yeah. All right. So now since we pretty much kicked the fuck out of Tina Kotek and Christine Drazen and the other girl we don't really talk about, Betsy.
Yeah, that bitch ain't on that. Oh, Betsy Johnson?
Yeah.
Betsy Johnson.
I think that's her name. Betsy just sounds like a sign I saw.
I remember her initials being BJ.
Vote for bitch.
Her. She is disgusting looking though.
Man, if she go to work like everybody else, it's crazy.
She probably do go to work. Yeah. You know what I'm
saying? I don't know what you're saying. You're making a lot of weird references today, bro.
She go to work, man.
But yeah, now since
niggas though, you know what I'm saying? Clock in 9 a.m. You know what I'm saying?
As you guys know, we have this talent of having problems and fixing them. Okay, we done it with the rap game.
Come on,
we've done it with everything else we need to do it with.
Come
okay,
on, Portland.
I forgot the name of the episode. Like right there, I literally was like, "What else do we fix?" We're gonna come back to fix Portland again, except we're doing it as governor and I don't know, vice governor if there is one.
Priest.
Sure, as long as I get to do this and just. If somebody asks a dumb question, can I
hit him with a batarang?
Come right back.
He missed. Was that made out of metal? Just sticking in the wall.
Yeah. What if it hits you on the way back? Ah! All right. Sincere. What is your first measure? Any number you want. It could be measure 108 since that's your
measure 6.
That's pretty good. What are you fixing?
Shit, bro. I'm going to go ahead and fix where they left off, son. Because
it's upside down.
I'm presenting it.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was doing. But I'm going to fix where they left off. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't feel, and as the new governor,
Preach.
I don't like people who just shit on something with no solution.
Yeah.
We could say it's bad. We could say it's a terrible idea. But then what? Nothing? Because gun violence is still rampant.
It still is, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People still dying. Mama's still crying.
I hope there's a good part to this.
How am I going to stop that?
Yeah.
I'm going to raid everyone's home. Serious business. Take your children, ages 9 to 17, and enlist them into a special operation in Thailand where they will pick rice with their feet.
Yeah, well, your ballot sucks. So.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching the Flybuck podcast.
We got to end it now, because now he has plans, so we got to cut everything.